Something changed recently, and almost nobody is talking about what actually changed. Everyone is talking about the capability, what AI can write, generate, solve, and produce. The think pieces, the tutorials, the prompting guides, the productivity hacks. All of it focused on what the tool can do. Almost nobody is asking what happens to you when you use it. Not to your job or to your industry, to your mind. To the specific, irreplaceable, extraordinarily powerful capacity that you've been developing since before you could speak. The capacity to think, to encounter a problem you don't yet understand and work through it until you do. To hold genuine not knowing long enough for knowing to develop. To be changed by the process of figuring something out rather than simply receiving the answer. That capacity is the most valuable thing that you have. It's more valuable than any skill, more valuable than any credential, more durable than any market advantage. Because it is the capacity that produces everything else. Every insight, judgment, genuine creative act, every decision that turns out to be right for reasons that you can only partially articulate. And we are using it less, quietly, incrementally. Each individual substitution is completely reasonable. Each accumulated substitution produces something we don't yet have a language for. This series is the language. Here's what is actually happening when you open an AI tool and type a question before sitting with it yourself. You are skipping a step. Not a small step. The step. The moment of genuine not knowing that is the entry point for actual thought. The uncomfortable, unresolved, slightly disorienting experience of holding a problem in your mind without yet having a framework for it. That experience, which most people spend significant effort avoiding, is not the obstacle to thinking. It is the beginning of it. When you hand the question to AI before sitting with it, the not knowing resolves immediately, fluently, often impressively. The output arrives formatted, confident, comprehensive, and something in you relaxes. The cognitive tension of not yet knowing releases, and you receive the output as if it were the thought you would have had if you had thought it through yourself. It is not. It is a statistically generated pattern that resembles the output of thinking without being produced by thinking. It was not arrived at through genuine inquiry. It carries no background built through struggle. It deposits nothing in the structure of your knowing because nothing in you did the work that produces the knowing. You received an answer. You did not develop understanding. Those are not the same thing. They have never been the same thing. And the gap between them, which previous tools made somewhat visible because they required effort to use, has been almost completely invisible by tools that require almost no effort at all. The easier the tool, the more invisible the gap. This is not an argument against AI. That would be like arguing against writing because it externalizes memory. Writing did change how humans think. It did externalize memory. It did shift cognitive patterns. It did make certain kinds of deep memorization less necessary. And it was still the right development because what it enabled was worth what it cost, and because humans who understood the cost could compensate for it deliberately. The same is true here. AI enables things that couldn't be enabled otherwise. The question is not whether to use it. The question is whether you understand what it costs, specifically, precisely, and the currency that actually matters, and whether you're deliberate about compensating for the loss. What it costs is the formation of the thinker, not the output, the thinker, the you that develops through the struggle of genuine thought, the background that gets built through sitting with not knowing long enough for knowing to arrive, the judgment that develops through working through hard problems without a shortcut, that particular quality of understanding that only exists in someone who earned it through the process of developing it. That formation is not happening at the rate it used to happen in the people who are using these tools most heavily, and the next generation who are growing up with them as the default response to not knowing, and the organizations that are deploying them at scale without asking what the background cost is. And here is what makes this the most important question of the current moment. The formation of the thinker is not recoverable from the output. You cannot work backwards from a good answer to the understanding that would have produced it. The answer is the answer. The understanding is built one way through the struggle that the answer skipped. So before we talk about how to use AI well, and we will, that's where the series is going, we need to talk about what thinking actually is, what it requires, what it produces that cannot be produced any other way, what Socrates understood about the examined mind that makes him more relevant now than he has ever been, because you cannot use a thinking tool well without knowing what thinking is. And most people, through absolutely no fault of their own, because nobody ever required them to examine it, don't know what thinking is. They just know it feels different lately. This series is about why and what to do about it.